Good morning. I am not in the kitchen this morning. I'm not driving either. I'm on my way with CJ.
Hi, everyone.
From the airport. So today I am talking about the pitfalls of protein powders and protein bars. Because, of course, this week I've gotten so many questions about what to look for, and I've gone through labels of patients and clients, protein bars and protein powders that have not been that fantastic. So we're going to talk about what to look for, what to avoid. Now, keeping in mind that protein powder, protein bars are all highly processed foods. So there's no way around it. You know, it's the protein powders processed to be made into the powders or the bars. And in my opinion, I personally can't hit my minimum grams of 100 grams of protein a day unless I use protein powders and protein bars. It's so hard. Otherwise, I'd be eating all day. So things to avoid. We want to avoid all artificial sweeteners and sugar alcohols. They can really mess with your gut. So sucralose, potassium, aspartame, maltitol, erythritol. And I'm sorry, it is alsulfame potassium. So basically, it always comes down to, if it doesn't look like a natural ingredient, kind of stay away from it. If it sounds like you're in chemistry class, we don't want to be eating that. Erythritol and xylitol, these are the sugar alcohols that can really mess with your gut bacteria, can cause bloating, gas, it can spike your insulin even without real sugar. That's one of the traps that people get caught in. You think, oh, I'm avoiding sugar, so this is low sugar. Well, you really need to read the label, because I say it all the time, when they take fat and sugar out of any kind of food, they're replacing it with chemicals that are non-food items. A lot of these chemicals, you have to remember, are developed in a lab to make food taste better, feel better in your mouth, and all that other stuff. So, there's that whole science of food chemistry, and their purpose is to make food taste good so you eat more of it. So, it's kind of like an addiction food science. We want to stay away from that. Next thing is gums and fillers. We always want to look out for those. So xanthan gum, guar gum, carrageenan, and cellulose gum. And I will tell you. All right. Sorry. Bad connection here. Okay. So it was Quest protein was one of my favorites because it felt so good. I could use it in baking. Everything would get thick. I put it in my oatmeal. It would make my oatmeal nice and thick. That was the carrageenan. It felt good. It tasted good, but I had to get rid of it. So those are the things that you definitely want to look out for, because they inflame the gut lining. And if you have IBS, leaky gut, constipation, anything like that, you need to avoid these gums and fillers, because they add to the dumpster fire. And I always talk about your gut as the cauldron, the inflammation as the flame underneath the cauldron, and we want to keep that flame as low as possible. So those gums and fillers amp up that flame. Now, natural flavors. It sounds so innocent, right? It sounds so good, but it is not. Natural flavors is just one of those vague umbrella terms that most likely includes MSG, solvents, and chemicals. Okay, I think we fixed our problem. So, those natural flavors, horrible red flag, and that really drives me crazy. I actually wrote an article about MSG. MSG is glutamate. Glutamate contributes to Parkinson's disease, dementia, Alzheimer's. It is nasty. We want to avoid it. There's also, I want to say, there are maybe 16 names for MSG. I have that article. Check my Optimal You group in the files section. It's uploaded there. And if not, I'll be uploading it later today. So definitely need to stay away from the natural flavors because they are not so natural. Soy protein isolate or a low-quality whey protein. Soy interferes with hormone balance, especially if it's non-organic. So definitely want to stay away from that. The cheaper variety, again, you get what you pay for. Cheap whey, labeled as whey concentrate. It is so hard to digest and increases inflammation in the gut. So we want to avoid that. High sugar content. Some of these protein bars have 10 to 20 grams of sugar, especially the ones that are coated with yogurt or have brown sugar syrup in it, or brown rice syrup in it. So keep your sugar under 6 grams. 6 grams for protein powders, 5 grams for protein bars. Also, make sure they do not contain any canola or industrial seed oils. They use them a lot as a binding agent, and we all know those are bad. Increase oxidation, inflammation, and just damaging to the gut hormone metabolism trifecta, okay? So always look for the least amount of ingredients in any of your products that you're getting. You should be able to read every ingredient. If it sounds like chemistry class, stay away from it. So a good ingredient list is whey protein isolate, monk fruit, cocoa powder, sea salt. Easy, simple. Look for transparency, right? If we're collagen, hemp, whey isolates, those are good, clean protein sources. Make sure it's naturally sweetened. What you want to look for is monk fruit, stevia, even coconut sugar is good. If you can find something that's sweetened with allulose, even better. A lot of the better quality protein powders and bars they add gut supportive nutrients. So look for something like digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, MCT oil. Those are all great add-ins. Skip, if they have any sugar alcohols, skip those because, again, really hard on your gut. Great rule of thumb for bars. You want your protein above 10 grams, sugar under 5. Fiber, 3 to 5 grams. Bonus, we do not want fiber coming from isolated chicory or corn fiber. So check out the source. And then that is it in a nutshell. Those are the highlights of what we want to avoid, what we want to look for. And, think of your protein as like a team member, right? We don't want to bring the drama. So we don't want the gut issues. We don't want it to cause cravings or inflammation. It's all about that slow, steady burn that we get from high quality protein supplements. And if you have a great healthy bar, share it with me. Right now, my favorite are Mosh bars, and I know this will be backwards. Mosh, M-O-S-H. 3 grams of sugar, 13 grams of protein, totally clean, and lots of extra benefits like lion's mane, omega-3s, ashwagandha, flaxseed, vitamins, and great for cognitive health and gut health. Like 170 calories also. So love to have it in with my coffee, with my 20 grams of collagen in it. So my afternoon coffee break, I get about 35 grams of protein between my coffee and my protein bar. That's what you want to look for. Those little tricks are how you're going to reach your minimum 100 grams of protein a day. All right, I will see you on Monday when I continue my mineral talk. If you have any questions, DM me. Have a wonderful weekend.